Hey everybody, Steve Berry from Destinations Fly Fish coming at you from the Amazon jungle in Brazil. We're down here where we partner with River Plate Anglers, one of the longest running and in our opinion best peacock bass fishing operations here on the river. Coming at you today just to talk about some of the gear that we use on a day-to-day basis when we're out here on the water. Your primary weapon down here when you're fishing for these peacock bass, to me, is an 8-weight rod. It's big enough to handle most of the big fish that you're going to catch, and it's small enough that, you know, over the course of fishing for a whole week, you can keep casting that rod and keep having a good time. One of the primary things to go along with that rod, got to give a big shout out to our good friends over at Scientific Anglers. I was on a boat today, it had 7 rods on it, and there was 7 Scientific Anglers lines on there. Most of us are fishing the Sonar Titan Tropical Jungle with the clear tip. It gets that line out there, the running line's floating, and it's got about a 15-20 foot head on it. That's a clear intermediate tip. Gets it down into the brush, into the trees, without dropping it in there where you're constantly hung up. You can see what we're fishing, what I'm fishing, the guys are fishing. It's the Scientific Anglers fluoro. I got 40, 50, and 60 pound, and that's what we're fishing. Pretty much you pull off a piece that's, I don't know, 6-7 feet long, put a perfection loop in one end, put a fly on the other end, and you can go to work. If you just look at the table here in front of me, this is essentially what I carry on the day-to-day basis out on the water. Some sort of waterproof bag or something to put all of your gear in, your camera in. I'm usually with anywhere from 2 to 4 rods on the boat. Obviously hats. I've got some bug juice here. I've got some sun protection. Obviously protection for our eyes from the sun and the flies. And you can just see a small range of the flies that we take with. I particularly like this blue, pink, and white fly here. You can see one that's a whole fly, and you can see one that's been piranhized and there's just nothing left of it. I've also got some bite wire. There are occasions when you end up needing something like that. Scientific Anglers, you can tie that stuff up pretty easy. One of the things that I recommend is bringing some sort of insulated water bottle. They'll fill it up with ice for you every morning, and you can put water in it throughout the day. The coolers are packed chock full of water and ice every day, along with sodas and whatever you like to drink. But having that insulated bottle as the day goes on feels pretty important. The rods that I'm using again, in this case for this week, I've been fishing some Orvis rods, mostly Helios rods with Mirage LT reels, and again the Scientific Anglers lines. You can see all 3 of these are strung up with different flies. That's generally my program. I'll string up 2, 3, 4 rods with all different flies on it, so that way if the conditions change and the color changes on what I need, I can just grab another rod and go right to fishing. I don't have to cut off, retie, and keep moving. Your hands, super important. One of the things you will see throughout the week, your hands can get pretty rough if you're not paying attention to them. Hooking these big fish when they take off, that leader burn or line burn when they take off, super important. So not only for the sun protection, putting on some sort of glove protecting your hands I think is fantastic. So and lastly, one of the things, this particular week we ran into a fair amount of rain, which definitely changed the conditions on us, but being able to pop on a rain jacket pretty quick is a very good idea. Doesn't need to be your heavy jacket like when you're going to Alaska or something like that, but if you've got a more lightweight version that you use maybe when you're flats fishing or something like that, that's perfect for down here on the equator. So this is just a quick glance at some of the gear that we recommend. Anytime you book a trip with us, you'll get a full list of equipment that we recommend, and certainly we're always available for any type of calls or questions that you might have. So looking forward to seeing you out there, and that's what we recommend for the water.